Have a fun time.
All right.
We're going to start with you left this, the ballot, yellow ballot.
Very nice.
Lose one man.
Yeah. It just really doesn't want to put around. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Steve. I'm still a musician. And first of all, thank you for playing. This is delightful. And I'd like to introduce you to my friend. You guys are so lucky to do this. Sima is great. And a teacher exchange. He's from Córdoba, Argentina. He knows his stuff, especially the last one, about 1,000 times better than me. And we sat there and we were working on it. You guys actually get a really nice groove with it. He will add some things. I'll try to be brief. You know, actually, spent out
my band.
Yeah, right, very cool.
So we were both graduates at the point from some time back. And I'm from Minneapolis, where I grew up. It's where I'm back now, teaching at Armandale Community College. And I play woodwind instruments. And we'll talk to you about a number of things, but yeah, I'm anxious to hear.
Let me just start a little bit. I'm a question asker, because I teach kids like you. What's your favorite tune in live? Somebody raise their hands up.
Of the third of all.
Of those two.
Oh, these two.
Of course. Naturally. You played that much better. You played that much better than you played the first one. Now let's talk about the first one. I'm not trying to be negative, but it was obviously you liked the last one better.
Parents who loves one child more than the other.
Yeah, precisely, exactly. And I think that has to do with the fact that playing ballads, especially for teenagers, is more difficult because you have to be more open with yourself. I'm getting a little philosophical, that's the way I tend to be. You need to open up yourself more. You have to realize that playing ballads is really fun. Last night, even though I'm a drummer and we all know the bad drummer stories. One of the other drummers was your Randy Charles, who's an old friend of mine. He said, "You really like to play ballads, don't you?" "Yeah." "Play brushes. It's really fun." I said, "No, you were playing, right?" "Yeah, you're looking on board." When you play a ballad, first of all, you got to do something. You got to think in terms of your rubber. And there's all sorts of things you can do that I can't necessarily explain all in 1 minute. Why would that be?
Excuse me?
There's a whole reason of things why I can't explain all these things in 1 minute. Why is that? It's because jazz is a language. And learning the language means you got to listen to what some of these things are about. And about how different drummers play ballads. And it's not just stirring soup and thinking about your girlfriend. It's a whole different story. And you can add a lot of energy to that just by playing a certain way. And I'll show you later. You do the brief. You did a good job of the time it's been. But it's good. Usually people get white strips and take most things down. I take one brush, go all the way, and then bend it.
It is a way.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, you don't have to do that. It's cool. Those are good brushes. I've had class with this for about 10 years. Anyway. Now look what I'm doing with my left foot. That's a significant issue, especially when you're playing ballads. 1 and 3, 1. Now my foot never goes. But I'm using my leg, first of all, as a timekeeping device, because I'm subdividing into 8 parts. And if I'm unweighting it enough to stroke it high at enough, keeping my foot there, and I can snap it shut. Let me play just a little bit of that, starting at,
Sorry,
yeah, B. Try with me. Huh? Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
1, 2, 3,
are, I think, probably the hardest thing I've ever encountered as a musician. And the reason is this. If you have a bad sound, you're exposing people to it for extended periods of time. If you have weak air, yeah, you're going to sound thin and tiny for long periods of time. If you have bad rhythm, it's greatly exposed for a very long time. So if you have weaknesses, it's like you're throwing off all your clothes and standing in front of the audience like this for 10 minutes, saying, "What do you think of that?" So everything is out there, right? It forces you to push everything that you do on a fundamental level to a much more advanced way of thinking. And the thing is, we tend to approach ballads the same way we approach anything that loses our interest immediately, which is, it's slow, I don't have to count as much, or I don't have to really pay attention. I got whole notes for three bars. Well, same thing. Are you ready for me to stop? Yes, right? Do something with it. So when you approach it, think of it as this is going to be one of the more musical experiences you're going to have. Right? Saxophones and phones. Where we were at letter B, where we just started, there were a lot of intonation issues. A ton of that would be fixed if you would blow more air.
Bingo. Like for instance, let me add something very briefly. A saxophone entrance, if in fact we old guys are doing that, this is even drums. It'd be you got to move. I mean, you need to breathe too. But everybody, I didn't hear anybody breathe. Not one person. All I heard was
You should be able to see the band breathe. When it's a unison entrance together, you should see in the band, they will lift together because the whole horn section is breathing at the same time. Right? There's a visual cue.
and also on that same thing before we actually go on, how much time?
We have about 20 minutes.
Oh, good. So we don't have to rush it.
Yeah, it's a bell. We should never rush a bell.
Never rush it. Time is more than just a magazine. Anyway, horns with mutes also. What happens to the pitch? It goes up. Always. So you got to think in terms of using what? Oh, God forbid. You got to use your ears. And you got to lift it down. Because it's going to go up. You have some intonation issues. Now, there's a term that I like to use with my kids. I teach down in Milwaukee, public school, etc. But what you need to be thinking in terms of is filling your horns up. And that's a term I like a lot because you can still play very, very softly with an enormous amount of energy. It took me a long time to learn this. Many years. If you breathe, but you got to breathe from down here. Your diaphragm is. You probably heard that before. Notice what happened. My shoulders didn't go up. I didn't do all this. It's all right down here by my wonderful, wonderful mature gut. All of a sudden you got, you put all sorts of intensity in what you do. And when you play ballads, you need to be intense. Just like he needs to be intense, you guys need to be intense too. You got to realize with those mutes, blah, 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 blah. Oh, one thing, bones. Now you're really fucking good. Just because you're bones. When you, I won't even start with the story saying that. What you've got to think in terms of is when you're playing, you're the only one in the band that can play perfectly in tune. Not everything.
Are you aware of that?
So you can't just rely on positions. Now I got a bunch of 8th graders. I teach with 8th graders. One part of the day of my million-student day, and essentially they confuse the course 2nd and 3rd position, where all trombones do, and 4th and 5th position.
No, I didn't think student models came with 2nd position.
No, they don't. In 4th or 5th position, there's one all-inclusive position. But you got to use your ear. You got to use your ear in order to make the adjustments, because you guys can't play perfectly in tune. So can saxophones, except you don't feel your horns. By the way, it's really nice to see you. It's really, 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 really nice. Thank you. I love to see strings and jazz ensembles because, you know, I'm sure they get tired of being called the wire choir and stuff like that. You have just as much right to be here as anybody. You don't get enough. I agree. I will not disagree with you one bit. So please keep at it. You're like them. You can play perfectly too. Man, that's all I gotta say about that. So you guys.
Yeah, it's good. Quick mention when you talk about breathing. I call this the Superman syndrome versus Santa Claus, right? Most people, younger students particularly, or say younger musicians, not young students, younger musicians, when they start reaching the chest, and then leave the piano in a moment, you know, it doesn't matter. It's not about looking cool, right? It's about sounding good to our musicians, right? You can look great and sound awful, they're going to leave. So you can be the homeliest looking guy, and if you sound incredible, then scream for it. Big breath from down here. It should look, and it's going to feel weird when you do it initially. But you have to do that. Because when you're entering at a pianissimo, and at a piano, you can't do this. You know. I'm trying really hard not to play loud. You know. Should
Do it there.
Yeah. So from down here. Did that sound, now careful with this, did it sound louder to you? I would say that it probably did because it was more present, but it wasn't necessarily a decibel difference. Yeah, it's the concept of full, and that's where he's talking about, filling out the horns. It's so important. This will, I mean, you play wind instruments, and believe it or not, if you blow a pile of air through it, they work really, really well. And I'm not meaning to sound stupid like that, but seriously, if you blow more air through your horns, you're going to find that it's easier to play. You have trouble on low notes at the saxophones occasionally. If you blow more air, they speak better. Same in the middle register, same in the upper register. You'll play in tune more easily. You won't have to be doing this all the time. Or if your mouthpiece is hanging off the edge of your neck, you're not using enough air. You know, it's... But, yeah, that's kind of the, that's the thing. It's really, really important to this. But let's move on. I think this other one has a lot more intricate.
Yeah, it's got a lot of interesting things. We're fortunate to have Hanlon here because Hanlon knows about this stuff. And
Excellent choice of music.
yeah, excellent choice. Excellent choice. Both really good tunes. Hanlon, you want to?
Well, my English is not so good, but I can try to speak a little bit. A good show in the drum set. And I think I listened to this tune 2 weeks ago in Signature Fest, and you have more feeling than the other band. And when you play jazz, you know about the clave. What is the jazz clave in the right cymbal? Well, you know the clave that is in the other, in Afro Blue.
What
But
clave is?
you can play the clave that he played in the right cymbal. Everybody can play. You know what he is playing? Yes? Can play? 1, 2, 1. No, this is that. I want to know if they know this. No or not?
Okay, clave.
Please. 1, 2. Well, you need to know that he's playing in the right cymbal. This is the clave. When the solists are playing, he needs to know this clave because he can work with this clave. It's basic. This tune, the arranger, is in 3/4, but the feeling is 12/8, maybe.
Or 6/8 or something.
Yes. The fundamental from Afro-American music is the mixture, is the polyrhythm. Please play one in the bass drum. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, ahora, no. Everybody is going to play more. No, yes. This is the fundamental. Every Afro-Cuban clave, son clave, rumba clave, bossa clave, everything is from the clave 12/8 or 6/8. 6/8. About this polyrhythm, then you need to know this. The music today is going again to the polyrhythm. If you listen, you know Wynton Marsalis? Well, Wynton Marsalis have a drummer, his name is Cheftain Watts, and he's researching about this and how play a lot of jazz clave between
In between.
Jazz rings. It's very complex. But in this tune, everybody needs to practice the 12/8. The name is sometimes Nanigo clave or Bembe clave. In this clave, he is playing this. Continue. Y de bell. This is the more important hits in the clave that I play. With the mixture of cultures, they turn in another rhythms like some clave, but this is filled by 2/4 or rumba clave. Then I think that for this tune the important is Nanigo clave, 12/8, and polyrhythm. If you practicing more in these claves, in this keys, it's more easy. You have the feeling. It's good show. The horn is good. And for the drummer, you can use more the bell of the cymbal. And you are playing with the conga player. Be careful when you make breaks, please, because it's a lot of sticks in this
Actually,
part.
was really great, quite close.
And it's important that you take the form to the tune.
There's a 3.
One part in the right cymbal, one part in the hi-hat. Select better the part.
We started, because here's with 3 constituents. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, Yeah, that's good. Very good.
Where is all of this music rooted? Yes? Okay. African, Latin American, South American? Where is it? What's the purpose of it? Yes, it's for dancing. Swing is no different. Jazz is no different, right? This is the dance music. In fact, all of these Latin grooves that you learn, samba, merengue, mambo, cha-cha-cha, they're all dances, right? They all have these specific dances that goes with them. So, when this thing gets going, I would like to see a little more motion there, but I want to see you guys moving something. You don't have to get all freaky, but something. Because then, when you come in, you'll come in together. It's weird. It works.
It's called the body group.
Yeah.
The Jamaicans call it the body group. You've got to have the body group. This won't work. You can't think this music, you feel it.
Start again.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, you got to think in terms of finding a small spot and boom, boom, boom. Hitting through that small spot, so the sound doesn't just, it's like a shotgun. Right now, you're shooting this with a shotgun. This time, focus the sound. Do-dee, or whatever. Make sure that you focus the sound.
Volume is going to be always the easiest and probably not the best solution for intensity. Let the rhythm be one that drives it, and two, your articulations. These horn bands that you hear typically are not going to be very large. This is a big band for this kind of music, as far as horns are concerned. It would be smaller, but it's going to be very intense with articulation.
Yeah, you guys were double up by the time, you know, right? Well, you almost came in double up, so we're at.
Did you know that if you play in tune, also, this also, seriously, if you play in tune, you're louder than if you don't play in tune? Because if you're out of tune, the waves cancel.
So you told us to play out of tune?
No. I want you to play softer and in tune.
Watch it, you're asking for trouble.
If you play softer in tune, you won't have to blow as hard. You'll have a lot more control.
Very good. Sure, you've got the cover. Start from the beginning again.
Dance horns!
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you gotta move, you guys. gymnastics. Gymnastics. I don't care about gymnastics. You know, he and I really like to play fast stuff, and they can both play fast stuff. But I guarantee you, they don't like gymnastics. I guarantee it. Why? Why don't you boom, let you boom, boom, but don't? Because that fits the music.
You cannot dance sitting down for it. I'm serious about it.
I'm old. I won't say it because, you know, whatever. But I'm old.
Not before, maybe 6'8".
6'4" is definitely 6'8".
And Torrance, you have to promote. You got to stand too.
Now we know how we feel.
Don't dance.
Yeah, that's right. Well, there's that trombone thing we were talking about, but we'll get to that later. Horace, are you responsible for time at all?
Or is it just a magazine?
What do you think? Are you responsible for time?
Yes would be a good answer.
All of you.
Hint, hint.
Everybody's responsible for time. And your job should be to the point that the rhythm section should drop dead, God forbid. But the audience wouldn't even care because the groove would keep going. You don't have to have them to do
In fact,
that.
let's do that at 7, no rhythm. 7, no rhythm. No rhythm section at all.
But now you have to play everything. And now if you aren't dancing,
He ain't gonna make it. 7, no rhythm section. 1, 2, and
this is what I mean. Saxophones. Right? Everything is very purposeful. You happen to play pitches, but you are a rhythm section as well. Your role in this music is to play a clave part, or a conga part, or a shaker part, or the weirdo. The weirdo part. You're just an extension of them, but you happen to have pitches.
you know, we got to finish up. But one of the things also is that I know there's only 2 of you, not to pick us, but what you've got to do when you're playing is, you know, stand in your normal positions. You do that. Sound, saxophone, sound, drum. You guys in particular, man, you got to aim for the holes. You got to aim for the holes.
Over time.
Okay, you got to aim for the hole. Because you got to get lost. There's only 2 of you. I don't want you to overflow, but I want you to get your belt and aim for the holes. The holes being, now you're right there, so that's simple. You got to take your arm and get that right in between here, so we can hear you, because you're perfect. But anyway, thank you very much. You guys done very, very good. And thanks for letting us work.